they like in jail. You see they see a whole bunch of rocks, and the next thing you know, you see a license plate getting made.
Yep, well, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, not even just that. I mean, there's other countries, that we've been talking about lately too, or that have had rig elections, basically somewhat like what they're doing, except for now they're basically just like, oh, we're just going to create legislature that lets us kick you out.
I mean, I just think it's crazy that China said fuck everything. Is like, we want to be part of like other nations of freedom, but we're gonna make sure that like if you don't like how China want to do everything, you pretty much get kicked out. And I just feel sorry for the families because you got to think about it. Not only are you getting fired, but I know they're gonna have like a target on your back too.
You know what I don't understand? I mean, I don't know how often President Xi leaves the country, but say for instance, like he goes to, I don't know, wherever to get his, like say for instance, like a UN summit or something like that where they're talking about whatever, something that all the presidents would attend all over the world. But, why doesn't somebody just take them out? Well, like, let's be real here. Like, would it really be that hard?
This is Max Q talking at that moment. And I'm just letting China know I do not 100% agree with him. But if I did agree with him, I'd be like a sign of war, right? Because what country is going to admit to like doing it? And then you got to think about what country.
You got to admit to do it. Somebody could just snipe his ass. I mean, shit, dude. The U.S. hires mercenaries all the time.
But let's be honest. Some type of way going to get back to that country. And let's be honest. Most times, I really do think they sending out like body clones to like how like it's like stunt doubles that look just like the person.
Yeah.
I really feel like they be sending stuff like that out there, especially at them big meetings that like is be boring. I feel like China, like all the big countries, send like people that look just like the president. So if something like that do happen, and you don't kill the president, they're gonna be like, "Oh, this is an act of war against everybody."
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, I mean, depending on, I don't know how his people are that follow him, but I know, like, at least from what I understand, a lot of the people that are actually in the military hate him. So I mean, you take that for instance, and say for instance somebody killed him, they'd probably just be like, "Well, sucks to be you. All right, let's move it."
I mean, that's just like most militaries. I'm pretty sure, like, you gotta think about it. A lot of people didn't like Hitler, but they still followed that nigga.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like the what's it called? The following mentality. Like, if you see enough people following this one person, you just gonna follow them too. You don't like them, but when they say do stuff, you're gonna do it.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Until they take it out.
I mean, look at North Korea. How many times North Korea probably take out whatever they leader is name, Kim
Jong-un, yes. But apparently, I mean, I've heard rumors and speculations of different things that they were planning on it, and I'm assuming they put it to a stop because, like, apparently, yes, Kim Jong-un is bad, but his, like, sister-in-law, who would technically be next in line for power, is, like, 2 times worse than Kim Jong-un.
So why don't you just take both of them out?
I don't, because apparently they're not that easy to get in the same room or in the same area.
Well, I would just take her out first and then take out Kim Jong.
Yeah, but apparently, like, she's a horrible, horrible person. Like, apparently she makes Kim Jong-un look not so bad.
So she made Kim Jong-un look like a angel. That is very hard to believe.
That's what I'm saying, but I don't know. That's the rumors and shit that I've been hearing through, like, different conspiracies and shit like that, but I don't know. It's crazy. And like I said, I don't agree with China. I don't agree with this shit that they do. And to me, like, it's just messed up for them to treat their own people like that. Like, I mean, I couldn't imagine. I mean, it's just like us being here in the U.S. right now. Like, we're being censored by Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. YouTube. And, I mean, we can't even express ourselves completely. Say, for instance, if we were like, oh, Joe Biden did this, you'll get fact-checked and you'll get fucking removed.
Or you say Trump did this, you get fact-checked and fucking removed, too.
I know, but that's the ridiculous thing.
Like, it's no matter what, it's really just depend on what's the main market that people want to go after. Because I know, like, when Donald Trump first won the presidency, you tweeted anything back or Facebook anything back about Donald Trump, you get the fake news thing. But now it's the complete opposite. It's like you put anything bad about Joe Biden, fake news.
Yeah, I know. I've seen, like, I follow Trump on Twitter, and
of course
he had posted something, and within literally like minutes, it was like already fact checked. I was just like, how? And like the sad part is, it really was nothing. Like, I mean, he literally didn't, like, I don't remember exactly what it was, but he was just literally speaking his opinion, and it didn't have anything to do with anything. And it was like, this provides information on something that may not be true. And I was just like, are you fucking serious?
Well, you kind of see what it is. I mean, you already see CNN pretty much that they play whatever the fuck they want to play. They play fuck Donald Trump pretty much on live TV.
Yep. I mean, China like censors people for like that's why a lot of the Chinese people have started coming up with different nicknames. But as soon as they figure out the nicknames are like, say for instance, like they'll call him a rainbow, and then he figures it out. Well, now rainbow is a word that if you type into your thing, it'll block it. So like, I mean, eventually they're going to run out of words. So you're going to run out of your freedoms.
I mean, it's already pretty much there because pretty much the Twitter over there don't work. Pretty much that's why a lot of YouTubers, they can't lose Twitch over there because pretty much people would kind of show like a lot of people don't want to talk about this, but you think let's look what happened before coronavirus really came out. They had all them protests, and now you don't see any protesters, but you see Hong Kong and China is completely locked down. 1 + 1 = 2. I'm just saying. I'm not saying, but I am saying.
Now you brought that up. So there was a couple articles that happened right after the last round of protests, and now you kind of got me curious, and I might have to look it up whenever we're done. But so, you know, I mean, obviously a lot of countries spy on one another, as I'm sure you're well aware of. We all have spy satellites, and we have the imaging. I mean, shit, even Google, a lot of them are, like, you want to say Google actually has to give up their imaging satellites if the U.S. wants them.
Yeah.
Well, they had caught images from outside of Hong Kong, or when I say inside Hong Kong, or it was just right outside of it, one or the other, where apparently, I mean, the way it looked, they actually had people lined up to get onto a military train. I don't know if you ever seen that article or seen the pictures or anything like that, but
no, please.
They believe that that's what they did with the protesters, is they actually locked a lot of them up, and now they're in prison camps, or prisons, whatever.
That's ridiculous. The article I was reading, they believe like they spread it coronavirus and was like pretty much made everybody want to go inside because it's like if you outside you're gonna catch coronavirus, and a lot of people want their freedoms, but a lot of people don't want to die because a lot of people don't understand. Yeah, it's bad over here, but we have the technology to actually help you live for the most part.
Yeah,
but over there,
do censor a lot of shit.
But over there, they don't have the technology. They make it seem like they have the technology and stuff, but you gotta understand, like, some of their biggest cities have hundreds of million people in one city.
It's not even that. I mean, you gotta remember that, like, outside of those major cities, like, okay, take for instance, like, what you think our Royal is hillbilly is absolutely nothing compared to some of the cities that are outside of these major cities in China.
I don't know, because I can name a couple of cities that.
Yeah, but at least our hillbillies have cars and shit like that. Like, dude, there's still people traveling around on horse and buggy in China.
Okay, see, that's different. Yeah, I see what you mean there, because I was thinking about a couple of towns that I was thinking about, and then I'm like, that town is kind of ass backwards.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying
everybody, well, like you said, everybody do have cars. Everybody do somewhat have a phone. Like, technically, like, I know what towns you talking about in China. Like, technically, when you get older in these towns, they will send you off to try to get a good job just to give money back to the town.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't see that? How, like, people would send their kids off to, like, become teachers or doctors and different stuff just so they could make money and send it back to their hometowns. Like, I seen a whole documentary about how China pretty much, like, if you go, why the depression and suicide rate up so much in China, because pretty much you get so much pressure to be the best one and then try to, like, live up to take care of your family and stuff, and then you not able to do it, and then you kind of get, like, depressed and pretty much feel like a failure. Because, I mean, it's articles, like, it's a whole documentary showing how, like, well, it's not really a documentary because I consider documentaries like an hour, but it's like I watched a 15-minute video on YouTube about college students living life. Like, they pretty much stay in 1-bedroom apartments, pretty much have it's it's pretty much like a dorm, except only one bedroom. And like the bedroom is like Max has seen my room. Their room is like half the size of my room.
Oh yeah, man, I believe it.
With no bathroom. They share a kitchen. They have a mini fridge in their room.
You gotta remember that a lot of people are used to that lifestyle. I mean, it's not even just China. I mean, Japan is like that in certain places. I mean, there's a lot of foreign countries that I know are like that, where, you know, I mean, what we consider, you know, a small room, to them is like normal sized. Like, you know, I mean, basically, like, your bathroom is their normal sized bedroom.
Well, actually, like, they had a share bathroom. Like, literally, like, it was a whole bunch of your favorite kind of toilets.
Oh, on the floor?
Yeah. So I feel like, first off, you would never go to China that area, because first time you got shit on the floor, I could see you fucking kill everybody.
I ain't never going there after this podcast anyway. I already know they're going to try to scoop my ass up.
Well, I'm going to try to go. I'm like, I'm Phantom. And I do not support anything that, if they want to say Hong Kong is the greatest city ever,
they probably wouldn't even give you a chance to say it. They'd probably just be like, take this dick and go.
I would send him back to MassQ. And be like, MassQ, they offer you $500,000 to come visit China.
No. No.
I would gladly set you up for free. I would gladly drug you just to be like, oh.
Until they get a new president, I'm not going.
They're not going to get a new president no time soon.
I mean, that motherfucker got to die sometime.
It's just going to be somebody else just as worse. It's not worse.
I mean, I'm trying to hope for better here.
I mean, I'm being realistic. It's just like you said about North Korea, Kim Jong-un. Yeah, we could get rid of Kim Jong-un, but you say his sister or step-sister, whatever. It's like...
sister-in-law.
Whatever. It's like 500 times worse. Then it's just like... Until like the people actually rebel, and then it's not going to get no better. And then even if the people do rebel, they all hungry and stuff anyway, because like North Korea, they have blackouts. Literally, they take the small town power and literally give it to the big city where Kim Jong-un and like the royalty at. And literally, like I heard this. Let's say you go to North Korea. They would literally take you to a fake town with actors and literally make it seem like it's busy and everything is nice. But like literally, you try to get like they literally keep you on the car and show you everything. But literally, somebody try to get off to like get some fruit. It was like fake fruit. And I'm like, what? And like turned out to be a whole completely, like literally this is when they used to let the news journalists in.
Yeah.
Like literally, the news journalist had to leave because he feared his life. Because literally, he was gonna literally report stories about how like they brought us around a fake city to try to show they part of the technology up to date, that they don't have power outages. But literally, you could tell like these are paid actors. And literally, I try to go get a fruit. I gotta look it up. I'll send you the.
Oh no, you're not wrong. I was waiting for you to finish. So like, it's not like, yes, what you're saying is true. I won't deny that. I mean, I'm not sure it's quite that bad now, but like,
well, this was back in 2008, so I don't know.
I've seen newer stories. I've actually seen people who've been there with right before coronavirus. A lot of the YouTubers that I follow that travel the world, they had went there. Not many of them, but a couple of them have. And so how it is basically you fly to China, and then there's tourist groups that you go into.
You know I was talking about North Korea, right?
I know. Hold on, wait. So you fly into China, right outside the border of North Korea, and you take a tour group into North Korea, and that's how you technically get in. Like, you can't just fly straight from the U.S. into North Korea. So you fly into China, and then you go from a tour group from China, and that tour group in China tells you, like, I mean, I actually watched the video, and the guy, like, they explained everything. So you have to stay with your tour group. You're not allowed to leave. So whenever you get to your hotel, and whenever you're not, like, say, for instance, whenever the tour is over, right, you can't leave the hotel from certain hour to certain hour. You're not allowed to. They'll actually, like, barricade you in the hotel.
Why can't you leave?
Because they don't want you to do it. Exactly like you said. People are paid to make the city look like it's an operating city, and whenever really it's not. So that's the thing that, you know, a lot of people don't understand. So yes, technically what you're saying, like, a lot of the people there are paid actors, and if you don't do what Kim Jong-un tells you to make that city look good, you're gonna die, or they're gonna kill your family until you fucking do it right.
And literally, like, they had like, let's